Welcome back to the Banner Saga. This is with my new microphone. This is my Neewer 1500. Let's see. Where were we? We were going to go distract important people coming in at the docks, so there would be enough time. Vognir. A familiar Varl steps onto the docks. In your mind, you recall a much younger version tramping the halls of Grofheim, abundant in purpose. God, Zubin, you're looking ancient. Comes with being old. And if there is Vognir, there must be Hakon. Must there? Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid, old yaks. At what age do you lose a sense of shame? Jorandir demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grofheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returning from Erberang, in fact? I'm glad for it. Hakon motions to the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering, golden wolf head emblazoned on red, the king of men, or someone on his behalf. Cough, cough. The king's whelp, says Hakon. The king's son, Ludin. Don't you know, Scrivener? Oh, he's a Scrivener. That's why he's always got the quill. We visit his capital, he visits ours. It's how we make our alliances these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Hakon has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Hakon. Then you're going to Grofheim? I have the distinct feeling I've finished my business in Strand and was headed there myself. We should caravan. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What he's trying to say is the prince is a delight to behold. Where is Mogir? Hakon, have him find a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading up to meet the governor. A host of giants depart in his wake. You recognize a few. Others are strangers to you. Guess I'm off for now, Mogir. See you in the morning, Scrivener. I'll be along. The young prince of men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. Ludin looks for all the world the sort of boy who grew up pulling the legs from spiders. Ooh, gosh. The long road back to Grofheim should be more interesting than most years, you think? Ooh. That guy sounds harsh. Weariness settles in, and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Vognir's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Hakon or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. So now I have a choice. I could go to the Great Hall, talk to the prince. Oh, I love the music in this game. Or, let's see. I'm going to go with Hakon, because this guy sounds like an asshat. So, I think it's going to be better to butter up Hakon some. Scrivener! You find Hakon in the meat house surrounded by other Varl. Strand is no stranger to Varl, but rarely sees this many. Hakon waves you over. Went straight for a flagon. Vognir's the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre, huh? Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What this time? When I got here in the Great Hall, it was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Ha! Humans. I guess if I only lived as long as a Yoxfart... What's a Yoxfart? I might be desperate to make something of myself, too. Not too late to start trying, Hakon. I guess the Varl live longer than the humans as well. Hakon let slip a low chuckle. Any Varl could recount his deeds known as he is for cutting a swath through the dredge on Vognir's side in the Second War and regularly since. So he's a bit of a badass. Down here, I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point. Just another reason to get back to Gropheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the meat house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. I'm not going to do justice to all these voices, by the way, and I'm not going to try. I'm going to give it a little bit of inflection. But that's about it. Okay, so I do have other options. Unfortunately, I think I should go do this before I go to sleep at the Great Hall, but... Nope, screw it. Going to bed. At dawn, you're awoken by a delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with a sun that never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply leathers. All there just as promised. To your mild surprise, you wonder if Eric had anything to do with it. Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Vognir is already there. A while later, Ludin and his men appear, groggy and disheveled. Mogir steps forward. Vognir's quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. We're ready. You follow Mogir and join the others. Usually the smaller doors set into the gates would be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd, but there's nothing of the sort. Just frustrated, tired people. It summarizes Strand as a whole, you think? Aha, there we go. And our supply count went down from 100 to 99. Wow, it's down to 67 now. Ah, look at the little caravan train. Choo-choo. So cool. I wonder if it's random encounters or what. 66. Aha. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Mogir, cracking open mead casks, from our gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with raucous laughter as the mead is passed throughout the camp. Drink a little. You go easy. You've nothing against a good drink, but if anyone is going to keep an eye on things, it may as well be you. The revelers eventually fall asleep without incident. Interesting. I wonder if you can get fights within the caravan. You rise groggily, the campsite a casualty of merriment. Mogir is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Ludin stalking your direction. He sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up, you nudge Vognir. You're needed. Ah, it's Ludin. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Vognir, is this Vognir? Releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Gropheim? Ha! Oh no, Vognir was the big guy. We're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come on, I'll show you on the map. Little town I saw off to the right. Ooh. World map. Drag the map around to look around. A portrait icon shows where your caravan is on the world. You can also tap on any location to get some history about it. Ooh, when you're done with the map, hit X at the bottom of the screen. Wow, the Strand. Okay. Rundwall. In the First Great War, men and Varl fought viciously for Rundwall's abundant farmlands and coasts overflowing with fish. Only with the help of the Menders could Rundwall eventually become the home of Arborang, capital of men, and Manahar, where the Menders could gather in council. Interesting. Hraun. The long snowfields, tall mountains, and sparse woods of Hraun used to be the gathering place of Dredge during the Second Great War. As Varl pushed them ever northward, they took the land and settled it themselves, preferring the cold expanses over the warm, busier lands of men to the south. Now the territory is almost entirely Varl. This is interesting. Oh, okay. Wow, I can really drag this around. Ooh, I can zoom out too. Wow. Is that Setterlund? It is Setterlund. They had such high hopes for Setterlund. Oh, that starts out good. The new kingdom of man and Varl, they called it, rounding up anyone who yearned for land of their own. Whole clans and families took the caravans and banners to the untamed frontier. Then the Nordbelling Lake disappeared, the trees withered beneath Arctic winds, and the crops would not grow. Sounds like a crap hole. Valkayokul? Something like that? I'm butchering these names, I'm sorry. At the Great War's end, it was the Valka, the first Menders, who would push the dredge so far into the north that they were no longer a threat. Some believe the Valka committed genocide of an unfathomable magnitude. Others believe they were forced to return underground, for not even dredge can survive these bleak, lifeless ice plains. In any case, if the dredge could be said to inhabit any lands, it is those named after their vanquishers, the Valka. Frozen tombs, ooh. Off the coast of the Silverstone are a series of massive, evenly spaced glaciers visible from Skirmirstead, which the Varl King Skrimir, wow, ooh, fancied to shape as fitting tombs for himself and his peers. Not long into the carving of the first glacier, as problems started to become rampant, the Varl realized what an enormous waste of time the entire endeavor would be, and abandoned the project with half the face of Einar carved into the first glacier. Okay, so it's like not really the frozen tombs. Wow, okay. So we're way down here. We just left the strand, which is right here, I think. We're coming up this way, and I think it was Vedrfell? Yeah, that we were heading up towards. I don't know if we're going to go this way, or what. I'm assuming this way. Which means we're heading off this way. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to hit the X now. Looting. We head north, then east, past the forts. Grofheim's far from Strand. Going to be a long march. You should have drank last night, Luden. Why not take the ships to Skirmirstead? What's the point of marching? The Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the longships. Too bad, though. I could have shown you all the wonders of Skirmirstead. A half-sunken city crawling with dredge, Prince. Dredge and glaciers. You like glaciers? Luden exhales through the nose, a poor disguise for his contempt. He turns and bats aside the tent flaps as he goes, barking at his company in the distance. Sounds like a jerk. Don't poke the anthill, Vognir. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spent a few more days with the boy, old friend. He'd be looking for a tall cliff to hop off, too. Oh, that's nasty. That's evil. Luden's got a shorter wick than Hakon. Thanks, Vognir. Let's get moving. Another half day to Vedrfell, if we're lucky. So I guess the question's going to be... Okay, there we go. Camp is where you manage your caravan during travel. You can enter camp at any time by tapping the camp button on the travel HUD. While at camp or in towns, you can upgrade your allies or equip items in the hero's tent. You can pass time by using the rest tent. Resting will improve the caravan's morale. A high morale will reduce casualties more and affect your willpower. Ooh. Each passing day will use supplies, so only rest when necessary. That's the whole mechanic they have about resting to regain willpower. There's different words. There's different difficulty settings. They adjust. Easy, medium, or hard, basically. I'm on, I think, normal. The middle one is normal, not medium. I'm on normal right now, but easy, you don't have to use rest in order to get willpower back. So, yeah. The training tent will allow you to safely try out any characters in a mock battle. Tap leave at the bottom of the campsite when you're ready to get back on the road. Okay, click the hero's tent. A little bit of a tutorial still, apparently. Okay, click on a unit to view stats. Click on the ability button to learn about the unit's ability. Oh, okay. Ooh. Bring the pain. Shieldmaster strikes an adjacent enemy for armor damage before hunkering down and boosting his passive ability. Return the favor to return even more armor damage for 1 turn. Wow. By using Bring the Pain, the music just cut out. A little weird. The Shieldmaster can create a forward charge that punishes enemies for... Ooh. Yeah, that's nice. Rank 1, rank 2. Okay. I don't have any points right now, I don't think. Back. Turn order. Actually, no, I would want him to be last because I think he's a jerkbag. Tempest, that's that big wide sweep. Hits 2 enemies on one side, hits 3, then hits 4. So yeah, you get that ranked up and it starts hitting people in a circle. That's pretty nasty. Yeah, Bring the Pain. Sundering Impact. The War Master hits even harder than an average warrior with no chance to miss. He can wreak havoc with an additional +1 strength and +1 break damage, plus bonuses to heavy impact. Sundering Impact, best used when carefully positioned to impact as many enemies around the target as possible in a single strike. Ooh. This is nice. Okay, so this is the only people I can put on the roster. Let's get out of here. It's very interesting to learn this game. It's very cool. So there's the rest tent, the heroes tent, training. I actually got some combat in already, of course, in a couple of events. I don't think I need that. I'm not going to rest. We still have great morale, so I'm gonna leave. We're real close to town.